Hello everyone, welcome back. How are we all doing? I hope everyone is well. Why is my computer making noises at me? Sorry. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm back after a little while. It has been some time, but we are ready to get back into it. And let's get this rolling, shall we? I thought, again, maybe we should do some Bridezilla, maybe? I think so, yeah. So, we've got some family drama and some wedding drama. So I thought I'd mix a little bit of both in, and let's see where we go with this, because I think it'd be rather funny. Not funny, but, you know, good content, I hope. Anywho, so this one, it's a bit of a long one, but we like long. A little bit of girth as well. Doesn't hurt anyone. So, am I the a-hole for telling my mom I have cut my brother out of my life and don't want him at my future wedding? Da da da! Let's find out, shall we? I, 24 Mia. 24 Mia? Let's try that again. I, 24 male, my mother, my grandparents on my dad's side, the idiot in the title, I won't refer to him as my brother at all, it makes me sick. Oh my god, what happened? His wife and their 3-year-old son all live under a roof. My father passed away when I was 3. We did not live in the US. That's a lot of people under one roof, I have to say. A few days ago, my mom and I went out to buy groceries. She specifically asked the idiot to simply prepare dinner for my grandma. You referred to him as the idiot. I can't wait to find out what he's done. He didn't even have to cook, just set it out. When we returned hours later, we found my grandma still in bed sleeping. She has to take pills to sleep and spends like 16 hours in bed per day. Usually my grandpa wakes her up for meals. The idiot hadn't lifted a finger. When confronted, he literally said, if she's hungry, she will find a way to eat on her own. But what if she can't? Idiot. My god. I was so disgusted that I just walked away. I'm now beating myself up for not staying and lashed it all out at him right then and there. Well, I mean, you're sensible to walk away. I'll just say that. I blamed myself so much for a few days, to the point that I had to use all my energy just to prevent myself from screaming on my way to work, at work and at home. Okay, I'm sensing there's more than just this. But we shall find out, hopefully if I keep reading. For context, there we go. I should shut my mouth and continue on. For context, this isn't the first time he's on with his... Okay. There were at least 2 times he had massive debt that my mum, grandparents, and even my mum's sister had to deplete their entire life savings to pay off. Oh no. Despite this, he remains an ungrateful and selfish POS. No, we don't like that. We don't like that at all. I admit, caring for my grandma is exhausting. Because of her condition, she often does things like forgetting to flush or turn off the lights. It's draining for everyone, but at least she doesn't mean to. The idiot, on the other hand, is a functioning adult who chooses to be a burden. Oof. I told my mum yesterday that I am done. I want to cut him out of my life entirely. I told her that when I get married in a few years, he's not invited. I told her that I want to build a family of my own, where I can finally be happy, where I no longer feel too disgusted to go home. To that, the idiot has to be cut out of my life entirely. I don't want to consider the POS who ruined my family to be family. After what he's done, I can't even consider him a proper human being. To me, he's just a pathetic lowlife, worse than an animal. At least dogs don't bite the hand that feeds them. My mother is devastated. Of course she is. I can understand why she's devastated. She keeps saying family is family, and that one day I will change my mind. She thinks I am being heartless for wanting to fracture the family further. She said I could only understand when I'm a parent, to which I replied she wouldn't understand that her POS son is universally intolerable. I can't say that word, sorry. I feel for my mum, but I truly believe that blood shouldn't be a free pass for being a POS. I'd rather have no brother than an idiot who treats my suffering mum and sick grandparents like garbage. So, Reddit, am I the a-hole for saying such things to my mum? Well, before we get to the comments, I don't think you are, because from what you have said, he sounds like an awful human being, and I completely understand why you would want to cut him out. However, I do agree with your mum when she says you can only understand when you're a parent. I've had my mum say this thing to me quite a few times, so I totally get it and I totally understand where she's coming from. However, that does not justify the fact that he is a POS, as you've said, and it doesn't justify his actions, so I would definitely say that, yeah, you are not the a-hole, but let's see what the comments say, shall we? Comment from this Raspberry 8474. During a particularly strife-ridden period of no contact between my sister and me, my dad once said, "You only have one sister." And my reply was, "Maybe that's one too many." Oh, the shade of that. Yeah, it must be so devastating to see your children turn out to hate each other. I totally understand that, and it must be absolutely heartbreaking. However, if this person does not benefit you in your life whatsoever, or brings any sort of, comfort or joy or anything to your life that could benefit you, why have them in your life? He sounds like an awful human being and a lazy ass, and the fact that he got so much into debt that they had to pay off for him and lost some of their, I don't know how much their savings, but quite a bit from what you said. It's not fair. It really isn't fair, So a comment replying to that previous comment, did your dad say anything after that? How did he deal with it? Raspberry then said he couldn't really say much. He knew how she was. Another comment from Jovan35. Hypothetically, you did the right thing. I think your mum should focus on telling her other son that family is family when he leaves his frigging grandmother to sleep, so he's not bothered by her, as well as leaving her to fend for herself for a meal. It blows my mind that she is accepting of his behaviour when it comes to her vulnerable parents, herself, and you, but expects you to keep the peace with a selfish, nonchalant jerk because you share DNA. Yes, I do agree with that as well. It's annoying because she probably knows what a POS he is, and you're the bigger brother or better person, and you're probably going to deal with it better than he would, and it saves her the hassle, which is not the right thing to do, because she should be going to this, him, and it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we've got another comment where OP has actually replied to this person, so we'll go through this because it's a little bit lengthy, but it's still good. From Unusual Honeydew, I feel this so much. My dad told me that once he's gone, I'll only have my sister, which is pure BS. My chosen family are the ones by my side since he died. I haven't heard from her in 2 years now. It's been peaceful. OP responds, my mum doesn't worry that I have no siblings. She is afraid that when she goes, her other son has no one to support him, and yeah, BS. Yeah, I mean, he's got to support himself. Screw that. If he's not willing to help out now, why on earth should OP be willing to help him in the future when she's not around? So, Unusual Honeydew responds here, that's gross. I hate parents playing the favourite like that. I say drop him too. Your peace of mind is worth so much more from your internet sister. That's very sweet. And then OP responded again, favourite is a strong word. I would say I was always her better child because I never needed too much help to stand on my feet. Mum's other son, on the other hand, does need a little extra help. I feel for her because as a mum, one could never bear to see her child left behind. So yeah, I get it from her point of view. I wish she would get mine. I think maybe sitting down and explaining things to her properly and getting her to understand how this has actually had an impact on you, not just on you but your mental health and also your physical health, because you're getting tired, you don't want to come home, you don't feel safe in your home environment, and that's an awful situation to be in. So yeah, definitely explain that to her for sure. Unusual Honeydew responded again, I get that too. I was the good one too. My baby sister was the one that needed more attention. She might see it one day, she might not. Just remember, it's not on you to make sure he's okay. Yes, I 100% agree on that. And OP did respond, yes, absolutely, not mine. Maybe Mum gets that, but then it all comes down to family is family. Mum would expect me to help, and it's fine. I compromise as long as it's about money and financial. I told Mum I could help if possible. Other than that, I don't consider him family. Well, there you go, OP, you've said it. But they have dubbed you not the a-hole, my darling, and I don't think you are the a-hole either. So on to the next one, shall we? We have another one. This is from Bridezillas. So it's not am I the a-hole, it's just this girl is venting. So you vent, darling, and we will be here and we will listen without judging too much. But let's begin. Let me give you the backstory. I am the youngest. I have 2 older sisters. L is the oldest, S is the second oldest. And it all started when I got engaged in August 2024. Basically, I had let everyone know that I didn't want to start booking things until the beginning of 2025, just because I needed to figure out the inspos and what not for the wedding. Well, somehow my sister took it as if I simply didn't want to share my ideas / plans with them because they felt I was sharing everything with my fiance's family, when in reality I was still trying to figure out things out and everyone knew the same thing, which wasn't much. Okay, fast forward a little bit. Let's say March 2025. I had ordered everything custom for my bridesmaids / maid of honor's boxes. I have ordered everything custom for my bridesmaids / maid of honor boxes. My mum tells me basically that I'm taking too long to ask them to be in my wedding, and my sister felt a type of way, so I had no choice but to rush everything and ask them ASAP. I asked them both to be my maid of honor because I didn't want one to feel left out. Ugh, that's a little bit messy. That's going to be messy, honey. Now we're getting into summer of 2025. I had asked my sisters about going dress shopping with me and planning my bachelorette trip. They both told me they were not going to plan my bachelorette trip, which is fine, I guess, but it would be nice to get some help. I'm sorry, but that's what the maid of honor does. I was maid of honor at one of my very best friend's weddings, and unfortunately I couldn't attend the hen-do, we call it here, which is your bachelorette, if wherever you are. And so I had to organise because I was actually in New York for a job at the time, and I had to fly back for the wedding and then fly back out the next day. It was a whole thing. And I organised the bridal parties where they would be going. So I organised the restaurant booking and then a table in a gay club in our hometown, which is not really a gay club because it's a small town. There's not enough gays to fill this gay club. So a lot of straight people end up going. And then my other 2 friends, they organised like games and stuff and everything because I wasn't physically there to be able to do that. But I still planned it and made sure everything was perfect before I left for this job, and then when I flew back and blah blah blah. So they have no excuse whatsoever, the lazy bitches. So I feel you. I gave them dates for dress shopping, and my sister S literally gave me an excuse for every date, saying she couldn't make it. I simply asked her to provide me with a date that works best for her because I'm flexible, and she never did. Oh no, screw them, honey, and get rid of them. Do not let them be your maid of honors. They will ruin your wedding. They will take everything away from you. So choose someone else, or don't have a maid of honor. Don't let them be in the bridal party. Get rid of them. That's my advice, and I've not even finished this yet, so sorry. Fast forward to December 2025. I pretty much had a mental breakdown at this point because I really tried my hardest to prevent conflict, and there were a lot of comments about my wedding. On top of that, I'm going to nursing school and work full time. Also, my mother-in-law was telling everyone she paid off our wedding, which was a lie. It just got overwhelming. Oh my god, darling, these people sound awful, like bloody hell. Just elope. It sounds like it's much more trouble than it is worth, so elope, darling, and just have you and your fiancé. That's all I say. Fast forward to February 2026. We finally settled on a day to go dress shopping after pulling teeth, and everything was going great until it wasn't. It took that long to get them to decide on a day. Girl, get rid of them! My god, no, I'm sorry. No. Oh, Jesus, what's going to happen now? My sister S has been pressing me about her walking down the aisle with her son. What the f***? We had this conversation multiple times where I told her I'm not really sure because I may use him elsewhere. Well, after I picked out my dress, she brought it up again. Basically, she attacked me, called me names because I said it was something I'd have to talk to my fiancé about, of course. Her exact words were, "You're weird. This is why I don't with you because you're antisocial." What the What's going on? And my mum basically told me to drop it. We were at the restaurant with my mother-in-law and my fiance's sister. S orders a drink. She tells my mum and Elle, "I haven't drank in so long. I'm antisocial and don't get out much." Who? I'm sorry. What the with this? Does she need a slap around the face? Clearly she does. Oh no, honey, you need to but you need to grow a background and stick up for yourself a bit more. My goodness. I caused a scene and said, "Why is it a problem if I'm antisocial then?" We went back and forth and that's pretty much where we left it. The next day I was super in my feelings. I text my mum and Elle expressing myself and just saying how I felt. They pretty much told me my feelings are not valid and I need to get over it. Oh my, honey, these people are horrible. Horrible. Get rid of them. Elle told me we're sisters and we are your biggest support, and I told her when. I have zero support, and then she turned it around on me saying I had an attitude. Oh my god. Get the away from them. Elope. Don't have a wedding. Don't have a service. Go away, you and your fiancé. Just go. Just recently, I hung out with my mum, and she told me I'm being a bridezilla, and she basically expects me to apologise, and I'm just not really sure how she doesn't understand my point of view. I haven't talked to my sister since February. Not gonna lie, it's been pretty stress-free. My mum also mentioned that they think they're kicked out of my wedding, which I never officially kicked them out. Even if they text me now to apologise and wanted to have a conversation, even if they text me now to apologise and wanted to have a conversation, I would give them that, but I don't see why I have to give an apology. No, I don't think you have to give an apology. Okay, the first comment says you need to elope. Exactly what I said. Like a real elopement, not the kind on social media where people are invited. Yeah, honey, go. Get away from these people. Another comment, sounds like you need to cut them out. If you're living better without them, there's no reason to have them in your life. Exactly. They sound pretty jealous, actually. They sound like evil, wicked people. Really. Another comment in response to the previous one. Yep. Her sisters are actively showing they don't like OP. Not her fault nor problem. And personally, I'd happily acquiesce to their actions by reacting with an invitation. Possibly mum too, if she allows their crap to continue. Congratulations, OP. Best wishes. Enjoy your future with your new family. Yes, darling. I think you should get rid of them. And also, I don't think you should give your mum the option, and I'd kick your mum out if I'm perfectly honest. Oh, so OP did say in the comments, she has considered eloping, but she's already spent a lot of money on the wedding. Well, see how much you can get back, because is this wedding really going to be worth it? Is it going to make you truly happy, or is eloping going to make you happy, you know? I really think you should consider eloping, and yes, you might lose some money, but at least you'll be happier, honey, like so much happier. So, another comment from a Jersey girl. It's obvious your sister and mum are used to pushing you around and want to keep the status quo. Are you happy with this dynamic? When they refused to help plan the bachelorette and refused to provide a date for the dress shopping, they should have been removed from your maid of honour designation. Absolutely. I don't understand why you didn't do that, darling. Come on. You delayed dress shopping 7 to 8 months until they were available. Yeah, like, God no. Your sister has requested her son walk down the aisle with her. Insane, but instead of a firm no, you continue to give a wishy-washy maybe. It's not easy to change your family dynamic, so you'll most likely need help to straighten your backbone, but if you don't stand up to these bullies, nothing will ever change. Exactly. OP did respond to this. I'm definitely trying to change the dynamic, but I also wish that they would just show up for me at the end of the day, instead of having so much drama over my decisions. But honey, they have proven they're not going to show up for you. They're just not. I'm sorry. That's the fact. So get rid of them. Honestly, just get rid of them, because they are not going to be there for you. They're just not. They've proven that with the fact, you know, you had to work around them to go to your bloody dress shopping. No, that's not what you do. You book the appointment, and if no one can make it, them. They don't have to come. You know, like, they don't have to come. No, darling. No. I'm sorry, but definitely not. Another comment from I'll Be the Judge. I do like that. I'll be the judge. I like that quite a lot. Unless we're missing any of this story, then you are far from a bridezilla, and your sisters and mum sound like they need to take a class on adulting and on how to be better people. Sorry, I know that they're your family, but seriously, don't allow them to force you to apologise for anything. Absolutely. And just adding on to this, another person commented, I am curious as to, in March of 2025, she ordered a custom Maid of Honor boxes, but didn't ask her sisters or anyone else to be Maid of Honor. Also, people need time to arrange time off for wedding and everything if they work. So while not being a bridezilla, it's nice for people who need time as well to give attention and possibly save and budget, and a bit of time to do so. The antisocial remark was just bitchy, plain and simple, and has nothing to do with anything related to your wedding. So an OP responded to this, I really wish there was more to the story, but there really isn't. Mind you, I'm 28 and my sisters are 8 and 9 years older than me. Ugh! Yeah. They're jealous, honey, because maybe their marriage didn't work out. I don't know, and you're getting married. I have no idea. But I'm really sorry. This sounds like a whole load of crap to me. And I would definitely get rid of them out of your wedding party. Just get rid, honey. You can do so much better. And I would really consider eloping, and I really wish you do. Okay, everyone. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and like, comment, share with people. That would be so wonderful, as I would love to get really further into the algorithm and get me out there to the people and get more subscribers. So yes, thank you ever so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.